One duck chilling all alone. Or is that a chicken?
A floating chicken.
That's a chicken that likes water. Pinot Noir from Santa Rita Hills.
Just west of here, a lot of black cherry, and then like a lot of Pinot Noirs, which are more earthy. The stuff we get out of Santa Rita is more on the spicy side.
I think my last one had a little bit more than
This
that.
is more earthy? Oh, he's...
Less earthy, more spicy. There you go.
Worth
Thank
a
you.
try. Yeah, so this is
So it's earthy. I taste the earthiness. It's less smooth because it's like a drier red. It's not as like a thick, bold red. I'm not a big fan of Pinot Noirs. I realize that of the reds, I don't like Pinot Noirs as much. I like the cab. I prefer like a cab or like a very, very bold red. Like a cab reserve is ideal for me when it comes to red. But Pinots, I mean, I'll have it. It's just not my top.
I feel like
Pinots are more of like a lightweight, like they're lighter wine.
it is superb. But you also could catch me on any given day with a bottle of Carlos Rossellini.
Oh my gosh! Don't try to make it sound extra.
Or a bottle of Carl Straw from Trader Joe's.
Oh, no.
So in comparison to that, these are
of
all
course,
great.
Of course this is great compared to that.
These are superb.
However, yeah, of course it's great. But that's not...
Back to the bougie mode. Yes, the
Sean. Come on. Now that we're on camera, you're acting like you're pretending to be bougie. Remember, like 5 minutes ago before the camera started, you were actually acting very naturally bougie, without even a thought or effort.
I'm both. I'm bougie and I'm ghetto. It's bougie ghetto.
A new word.
Bougie ghetto.
Bougie.
Bougie ghetto.
Bougie.
Bougie ghetto. Sometimes I'm bougie, and sometimes give me a glass of Carlos Rossellini. Moscato.
I guess I could be bougietto too. I mean, I really like to get.
Life is all about being
I like to
bougietto.
get-
If you can't be bougietto,
Yeah.
you're not balanced. You gotta be able to.
I mean, I do like to get hyphy. I really do. Some people find that surprising.
Hype life.
But I like to get hyphy and shake them dreads, or shake them curls.
Finally could shake my dreads. 5 years ago at our wedding, I had a fade. This is how long it took me to get some shake them dreads. 5 years. She loved me through the ugly stage. That's how I knew it was real.
This hair represents the length of our marriage because
Actually, the back is longer. It's like
this is how long we've been married.
that's how long we've been married. That's how long we've been married. What is that, like 9 inches?
that is so funny. That's a perfect way to put it.
We've been married this long. And a lot of it broke off because one stage of my hair was terrible.
I think this is about how long we've been married too, because I mean I know I've cut my hair, but I mean probably a little bit longer, because my hair, you remember when we got married, it was blonde from the tip, and now I have no more blonde in my hair at all. None. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know that because when I did have blonde, no, I cut off the blonde, like, the last time I had maybe like an inch of it, and then I trimmed it completely off. That was like 2 years ago. So, how long we've been married, for me, if I hadn't cut my hair, it would probably be like to here. Well, you can't
To the
see.
titty.
Do you not need to give people a visual of that,
People
Sean?
need visuals. There are
No.
visual learners in this world. Right brain and left brain.
You do
It's
not,
another topic.
sweetheart, but not when you're referring to your wifey. You don't want people to visualize
Your
that.
viewer in
If
Spain,
you-
titties are perfectly fine to be out.
But if you're gonna visualize it in your head, that's fine. But don't
I said to the titty.
to the titty. But then
They can
you're-
think about their own
you're
titty too.
referring
Like, see,
to
mine's
that.
almost to the nip. Me about to upper chest.
Oh my god.
But yeah, this the first
The first one. I love you, baby.
Right? What was the
What was it? What?
What was the best one of these three?
So far? Did we have to? Oh, probably the first one. 'Cause,
The first one
yeah.
was definitely the best one.
Yeah, we agree on that.
But if it was number,
In total, number 4. Is that what you said? I say 3 was my third choice. The first one here was the third. But I will say that the Reds at the last place were. But it's probably just because of my preference for bolder Reds. They were bolder than this.
that it is. Sign up for more.
You know what
Make
I
sure you
noticed?
subscribe.
You know what I noticed? And it's a question that I've wondered recently, but I've never asked, is when you go wine tasting, the reds tend to be more expensive than the whites or the rosés.
Because niggas is always spending money, that's why.
So, no, but in the grocery store, it's not like that. You can find a red and white for approximately the same prices. Like, they might be slightly more, but sometimes the wineries, the reds are like twice as much. They'd be like in the 40 range, and then the whites and rosés are like in the 20s.
Niggas always overspend on money.
And then you have some rosés, reds that were in the 50s. So I'm just wondering, I'm not sure why that is, but it'd be an interesting question to ask. Maybe our server will know the answer to that question. Because it must, if I were to guess, without having done the research, maybe it has to do with the process. The fact that it like takes longer to make it. It takes longer to make reds than it does whites or rosés. And then as they age, well, this is something I do kind of know. It might be relevant. As they age, as the reds age, they age with time, so you can keep them longer, and they get better with time. So, with a red, like a 2014 red is like great, but the whites and rosés you can't keep for as long. If you keep them for too long, they don't taste as good. So reds get better with time. The longer you let them sit, the better they get as they age. But whites, they have an expiration date. Like the longer you let a white wine sit, there's some period where it's...
So you're trying to say white people have an expiration date
stop.
and black people get better with time?
No, that's not what I said.
You just said...
No, I didn't. No, I'm talking about wine, okay? So what I said was that white wine, it has a point where I guess you could think of it like sun tanning. Like, you have a point where you could tan, like...
Yeah, white people can't suntan.
See, I didn't say white people sun tanning, I just said sun tanning.
White people burn when they suntan.
No, I'm not. Okay,
Black
I'm just talking about people
suntan.
in general.
This is totally racist. Turn this shit off.
I'm talking about people in general sun tanning. And I'm comparing it to white wine. I'm saying...
Don't worry, we're both white and black, so we can talk shit both ways. Actually, I'm about 35% Scottish and, what was that?
No, 25% Irish.
25% Irish.
And then 12% Scottish.
12% Scottish. And she's
then,
actually 50-50. She's like 50% Jewish.
Yes.
And,
he didn't know that he was
I
married
didn't
to
know
a Jew.
I married a white woman this whole time.
Sean. That's not true. I'm not a white woman all the way.
And,
So,
what was your other percentage?
we actually have a lot of the same of the other. We have a lot of
Mixed.
Yes.
You got a speck of black and you use a nigga.
Your mix is similar to my dad's mix.
According to America.
But what do we have in common? These are the ones that come to mind that we have in common. We both have Nigerian. We both have like Togo. We both had... What were the other ones? I think you had Ghana. I didn't have Ghana. But we both had Nigeria for sure. Senegal or Congo. Yeah, I think we had
Congo,
Senegal,
yeah.
Congo. And then Togo. And there was another one.
And for me, Jamaican man, you see the roots.
And then
Kingston,
for the...
brother. Then what, brother? You speak the patois. I don't know. After I
And
go to
then-
Jamaica, I start speaking that shit. I've only been there one time. Act like I've been there 10 times. Every time I go to Jamaica, I start speaking that shit.
And then people
In my dreams.
are like, oh, your family.
We didn't go back for a month. That's going to be an episode coming up in the future. 1 month in Jamaica. Stay tuned.
Yep. Okay, it's a new video.
On today's episode, we're going to teach you how to drive a 39-foot RV. First, you got to get your CDL. You got to go to school for it.
29, I thought.
Now you don't need no CDL for RV.
I thought it was a 29.
That's 29 foot. But the next one's going to be...
We are...
I'm thinking keep 29s. Those one pop outs on the next one.
Yeah.
29's a good size. Maybe even 27. A little bit smaller with pop outs.
Yeah, if the bed popped out in back, it could be shorter. It just popped out that bed part when we were stopped.
We're currently headed to Hamala Beach. What's it called?
Hamala Beach.
About 100. It's gonna be 200 miles. About 200 miles from our house.
I'm not sure, but we're
There's another 40 miles.
like 20 miles from where we
From where we
are.
were. Seems like 180 miles. Make sure you take your gummies. Forgot the fishing poles. That's a camera right there, boy. I think we got one. I bought one for the end of the world. Guess we got to fish for food. No.
So this is our anniversary vacation. 5-year anniversary in 2 days, and we're celebrating starting now.
Annoying intro. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck, I hate these intros. Fast forward to the good shit.
It's our anniversary, so please forgive us. We're just trying to cherish and special moments.
This is our Syrah. It's from what was the Hampton Family Vineyard. A lighter finish than Syrahs typically have. We do about 15% new oak here, so the oaking's a little bit lighter there for you.
Oh,
Yeah, enjoy.
thank you.
Of course.
Oh, I did have a question. I was curious. So I've noticed generally that reds tend to be more expensive than white.
Right.
So
there's
is there a reason for that?
there's a couple. So the fruit costs more, just costs more per ton. And then the production process usually will cost more because so with a lot of white wines, you can just make them stainless. With stainless tanks, you can reuse them over and over and over again. With red wine, we're typically making these in oak barrels, and those you need to rebuy at a pretty consistent basis.
Okay.
And so that'll add to your cost as well.
Does it have anything to do with the aging and the process
Yes.
that reds age take longer?
Yeah, they'll sit in barrel for longer, and they'll sit in barrel at all. Like I said, a lot of white wines, like our rosé and our Sauv Blanc, don't touch any real wood at all.
Oh.
Yeah, and then like some of our other, like one of our Chardonnays is barreled, but just in neutral. So
That's so
that is
interesting.
a big part of the cost difference. It's just you have the two aspects. The fruit costs more, and then typically your production process is a little bit more intensive.
Okay.
So they both could be aged just as long.
Yeah. Typically, what would happen though is if you age like two wines in the same thing, is usually the red has a lot of structure to it already, so it'll come off a little bit drier. But you might actually have if it's really heavy oaking, you might actually have to release the white, wait a little bit longer to release the white wine because it's such a light wine that it'll take on more of the tannins and stuff and kind of wood notes from the barrels.
Oh, okay. So you have to.
Now I got some hashtags.
Yeah.
White wine versus red wine. Or some, what are they called? When you make people some keywords. Some search.
There you go.
So,
That is so interesting.
Stop.
Yeah,
So what's it
there's a
called?
lot that goes into it for certain. Yeah.
So interesting. I've always wondered. That.
Clickbait.
There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you. Now you know.
So you're partially right.
It has to do. I am half right because he said it has to do with the cost of the grapes and the time, the aging. And I didn't know about the cost of grapes, but I guess that the aging is part of the reason.
Yes.
It takes longer for the red wine to age. And the longer it takes to age,
This one tastes like a hooker. You ever tasted a hooker?
No.
How does it taste? Like she didn't take a bath or nothing.
No. That is a really bad way.
I've never done that, but I'm just imagining.
As we celebrate our 5-year anniversary, learning brand new things about my husband. He knows what a dirty hooker tastes like, apparently.
I've never had intercourse or anything with a hooker. I had a lap dance before at a club.
On your honeymoon, on our honeymoon, on our your bachelor party.
It's about as X-rated as it gets.
Yeah, sweet.
Yes, give me my flowers while I'm still here. Sex is getting too X-rated for you guys. See, this turf is kind of great.
It's L-rated.
Imagine we had this turf in our backyard. See, this turf, y'all can't see it, but we are sitting on some nice turf that we need. This is like, never have to water it. Always looks good.
As long as it's not poisonous, I'm good.
We're going to get some turf.
My only issue is that I wanted, like,
Peyton Ranch is getting turf.
all natural ingredients in it, not plastics and harmful, cancer-causing agents.
So describe this wine in the worst way you can. What does it taste like?
It's spicy.
That's not. Explain it.
It might be because I just have the chocolate.
Make it graphic Make it graphic. Explain this wine.
You know what I'm gonna do? I do have a little cheese left. I'm gonna actually have.
That cheese gave me the cheese.
I have a little piece.
But it was good. It's worth it.
I forgot about
Another
this.
piece.
No. You made the cheese.
Shit's coming up again. But see, the shits aren't a bad thing. It's your body clearing out. So, like, maybe.
Stop it, Tom. You don't even talk about shit right now.
That's another key clickbait. I can make the video called "Cheese Gives You the Shits," and people will click on it. But the shits are the point.
Who wants to talk about that when we're wine tasting?
There's about 500,000 people that want to talk about this. That's why they clicked on the video. So the shits are good because imagine a foreign object coming into your house and just cleaning shit out. That's what the cheese does when you're lactose intolerant. It's like one of your friends. It's like inviting an OCD ass friend over. They just start cleaning your house. Like, nigga, chill out, nigga. We trying to watch the game. Nah, man, this table dirty as a motherfucker, man.
My cheese is still there.
What? Oh. And that's all for today, folks. Sign up for more. Wonder how the water feels. I was about 14 miles of driving through mountain to get here, where we shall camp. So that's where all the RVs are down there, or are they up here?
So, babe, how do you like it?
It's terrible.
Don't say that. This is delicious. It has that bite to it. It's like, it's smooth, and then all of a sudden it has a bite that's almost like you expect it to be like a sparkling wine, but then it doesn't quite sparkle. It just like has a bite for us.
We're at Dana V.
Split second.
And what place?
Dana V, and we're in Solvang.
Solvang.
Yes.
This one is like fourth best of the day.
I don't know about about that. I might say third.
Yesterday, oh, that was today.
This is only your 6th glass of wine, so to say it's...
Earlier today, we had.
The first one was a Pinot.
The first one was better. The second
Pinot
one
Blanc?
was a red. That was better. The third, those two reds are definitely better at the other place.
Wait, which one were you ranked
And then
top
that-
3? The rosé has to be up there too.
The rosé wasn't on my list.
Really? That was like my...
The rosé was actually better than this, so this is like 5th really.
Oh my gosh, Sean. I would say...
I do like this one.
I would say...
It's still good. It's just
from
not
the last place
today's top 5. We forgot to record where we were at earlier because we forgot.
Kalira was
Living
where
in
we
the
went.
moment.
We went to Kalira Winery earlier today, and I would say that the red was the top. Well, there were 2 reds. One of the reds was my number 1.
At least I remember the name of these things.
I would say it was like a Grenache rosé. That was number 2 for me, and then this is probably number 3. And
3.
the Sauvignon
This is
Blanc
not better
is
than
number 3 for me, and then the Pinot, that was 4.
both of those reds over there were better than this.
I like the
Then
last red as much. The 4th red.
I think it's like
I mean
reds.
the 4th. Yeah. We had
Either way.
2 reds at the end.
They're all delightful. We're just being quite picky.
Oh,
Come on down.
what did
This is
you-
our first summer mo coming out.
So what was wrong with one of the reds? Why didn't you like one of them?
No, I didn't like the rosé. Is that the name of it? Yeah, the
No, you
rosé.
said earlier the red was a little bit too.
The rosé was dirty.
Oh, I thought you were saying the red was too dirty.
No, the red was great. Both of those reds, the grimmage, what was it called? The grummage?
Grenache.
Grenache, there you go.
Grenache,
There's a
yeah.
Grenache and there's another one. Those are both great. And then the first one was great over there. And then the last one was,
But what was dirty about the rosé?
wasn't as clean as the one by our house.
But no, I wouldn't necessarily say that. The one by our house was
The one
sweeter.
at,
It's sweeter and
what's
thicker.
our winery called?
Agua Dulce
Agua
Winery.
Dulce
So
Winery.
it's
Go
like
there.
that one is.
That's some of the best sweet red juice. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this
Nice.
is our first, the Chardonnay, one of our Chardonnays here. This is our Santa Barbara County Chardonnay.
Chardonnay always gives me a headache.
Sean doesn't normally.
Guaranteed.
He doesn't
Let's see if
normally
this
like
Chardonnay doesn't give me a headache.
But if he likes Chardonnay, that means it's really good.
So that is kind of different. It's a Kendall Jackson
Sean.
proprietary
I'm playing this.
Chardonnay.
Mm.
It's so flowery on the nose, and I get a lot of citrus on it, so a lot of lemon to this.
Yeah.
And then just it does have kind of a spicier finish from the barrel time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
It's definitely good.
well, cheers.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have been married for 5 years now.
And we're celebrating.
He seems to
our
not care. He walked right away in the middle of my.
No, we're one.
Maybe he didn't hear me. I'm gonna let that slide.
We're one day early. And babe, I see that you're wearing the wedding ring, the actual wedding ring. You're wearing both. See, he.
I don't know nothing about that. See, that's
That's the original.
Motivite. That's a custom 4-carat ring right there.
You have the original and subsequent ring.
Now Motivite
And then-
is from a planet. Y'all need to research that. Oh, and she got me this watch too for my birthday or something. I don't remember. That's a $7,000 piece right there, plus shipping and handling. How much was it?
What?
700, 7,000, one
Oh,
of
for
them.
the
Anyways,
ring? Is that public business?
the ring, 42 carats. I'm just talking shit. Anyways, it's 3 carat Moldavite, one of the highest energy stones on the planet, with gold.
It's a one of a kind. He had it handmade especially for him.
This is actually my first wedding ring. This is my
I was
third
talking about
ring. I got this one last. I had a second one. We got it in Arizona, but I lost it.
He keeps losing the rings, and then this one he uses to open beer cans and stuff. So
I use them all to open
that's
beer
why it's all
cans.
messed up now. I'm surprised.
Let's
it's
see your
like-
rings now.
I'm surprised it's still intact. Honestly,
What does she
after
got
5
there?
years, it's in decent condition considering.
So we got the first one.
So-
Which one was the first one?
So the first one is the one on the outside, the bottom. That's the engagement. So it's the engagement, and then
And that
on
one's
the
like-
other side is the wedding,
It's like, yeah,
and then the middle is the upgrade.
upgrade. That one right there said nothing back like a big dog. Little crystal baby bird. You know, remember on the movie Martin with when he broke the crystal baby bird. Anyways,
Okay.
and
And then I got also, I'm wearing my.
oh yeah, that's
bracelet.
rose gold right there. That's
That's,
about a carat and a half.
Yes. And then all of these I got with you. This is my I got this in China. Real
Oh, yeah, that's
real,
straight from
real
the
pearl
boat.
necklace. And this in China too, man. Bracelet. And then this was a Christmas gift for me, right?
Yep. And tune in for more in 3, 2. We're gonna go somewhere else. Actually, we're gonna come back with when the drinks get here. We already drink that Chardonnay.
We're still drinking.
We're still drinking it.
We could keep recording and then just you can
Edit
edit
it?
out the bad parts. I mean, this is like what they do on all these shows, the reality TV shows. It's like this. It's like they just keep recording.
I know we're gonna have some long Quentin Tarantino scenes if we do it this way, but that's kind of different.
But you
They give you a nice size pour here too.
You watch it, you just record, and then you pick and choose the parts that you like. Just clips. We'll do clips. So.
Chantal. We had too much fun last night, and we lost the damn bracelets. But we was having a good time, so we'll get another one. We might find it. Let's think positive. It's in the RV, on the bed, on the side of the floor, somewhere. Who knows? But for now, we are in an all organic store. We've found our favorite type of store. Everything in here is organic. I want some celery, because I always want celery. But I think we're going to get some watermelon. Cord, take one. The anniversary. I come here today to refresh my... what am I reading? I come here today to make a fresh start, to renew our vows of love, honor, and fidelity, and reaffirm my love for you. Chantal, 5 years ago today, I pledged my love and commitment to you. I promise to love you, honor you, comfort and keep you. I can't believe it has already been 1,825 days. Even after 2 road trips, one in Europe, the other in the U.S., spending over a month together living in our first tiny RV, we came out more in love. At least I did. Time truly does fly when you're where you're supposed to be. For life, I will continue to be here for counsel, protection, and support. I will always be true and loyal to you. I will always be open to all new changes we experience with growth. New business ventures, new hobbies, new passions. I look forward to one day raising children with you. We have already done an excellent job with Laura and Regal, Puma, not to mention the chickens and goats. I'm a proud husband. You have done an excellent job as a wife. I'm here to the end. Can't wait to see what the rest of life brings. Love you. Forever. Hope the mic's loud enough.
That was so sweet.
Sometimes I am a sweet person. Other times I'm a gangster. See the dreads? Let me make sure the camera's still recording. Yep. Alright, come on.
Happiest 5-year wedding anniversary. The best husband I've ever asked for. These past 5 years have flown by so quickly. They say time flies when you're having fun. Well, it has never flown faster than it has been. You make every minute of my life better, happier, more enjoyable, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being there for me all the time, in sickness and in health, Pacific Valley. Thank you for not only keeping true to your vows, but for going above and beyond, going the extra mile all the time. You, that's yourself. For loving me unconditionally, for being there for me in every way. I have needed you and more than you know. For all the unanticipated, necessary support you have given me, and I've strived so hard to return. I cannot thank you. You've been there when I didn't even know or realize how much I needed you. We share not only a deep, undying connection, but we have truly become one. Your family has become my family, and my family has become your family. I love your family as much as I do my own. We are family, and our family is family. And I can imagine it. On this day, 5 years following our wedding, I express nothing but gratitude and love for the beautiful bond we have created, and we continue to solidify each day. This beautiful bond will never be broken. Nothing and no one can destroy this love that is more powerful than anything I've ever experienced. No matter what happens, I know I will always love you, and nothing or no one can change it. Thank you for being my person, the beautiful person I will love and cherish.
Oh. Let's get next ready, guys. We're gonna have to call a cut. Cut it! Cut! Whoa! 5 years down.
A lifetime to go.
Lifetime to go. We should buy a property. It's like a beach that no one knows about, but it's quite the lights.
Quiet. I didn't even know this is for sale.
Alrighty, guys, sign up for more. Make sure you subscribe, and in 10 years we're gonna do another one. No, 5 more years, it'll be 10 years. And y'all better pull up. We're probably gonna go to Bali or some crazy shit. Oh, it's not recorded this whole time.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.